Hi everyone, I wanted to do a video today right fresh out of the shower. Sometimes when you're a mom you have an hour to do everything, and let you know that I am going to be doing a lot of deep healing work on my second chakra this year and wanted to invite you on that journey. And if you don't know what the second chakra is, this is an area of the womb space, this is reproduction area, this is the area of deep creativity, and it's really, to me, the seat of the divine feminine goddess power. And what is so important is that we heal the womb. And I've been doing deep healing work around the womb for many, many years, through plant medicines and through meditation and through yoga and through Kundalini breath work. And I've come to another precipice of that because I think of my birth and postpartum, and the situation and that I'm in right now is showing me that there's just more layers. And the birth was so fascinating because when you get pregnant, obviously there's so much going on down there, but I did start to feel a lot of shame and fear, and experienced some deep emotional baggage. And as a result of the birth, you kind of are birthing all of these things out into the open. So I have, more to do, which is great. And I chose to work with a deep, dear friend of mine named Violet to help me on this journey that she calls the pleasure path. And the reason why I think it's so vitally important is because her story and my story are so exactly the same. And we do the same thing in the world. She's a yogi, she's a Reiki master, she's a healer. And so her program, I'm going to read you a little bit about her story. It's almost exactly a mirror of mine. And that's why I chose to do this, because now she's birthing into the world this beautiful, divine, feminine goddess energy. And that's where I'd like to see myself be. And I know that I'm there at some level, and I know I can get to the next level of my own evolution. So she says, I was overworked and I tried to be perfect, right? That's great to acknowledge, because that's the story of I'm not good enough. So we just keep trying and working and trying to get better and better and better because we don't feel that pure love inside. She survived sexual abuse as a child, which I did too. And then she talks about how she suffered kind of like a bodily sensation trauma within sex. So it could be like painful sex, or you could develop things like UTIs all the time. You could get cysts in your ovaries. You could have painful sex. You could even have good sex, but then not feel good about your body within that sexual environment. So there's many things that can kind of surface as post-trauma and response. So I want to work with her, and this path, the pleasure path, is so cool, and I'd love to invite you on the journey with me. If you have any of these things coming up, especially like resentment or shame, this is the dismantling of that second chakra. If you feel really stuck creatively, if you want to increase your energy, your Shakti energy, your life force energy, if you want to birth forth new creative projects, if you'd like to have multiple orgasms, if you'd like to feel more pleasurable in your own body, these are all reasons why you might want to do this kind of work. And I'm just very excited. That's why I wanted to share this. I went out of my comfort zone and asked for help in these areas that I just feel like are my deep shadow, but then in turn will become my greatest gift. And I know that. And so I want to do this work, and I want to call in pleasure. I want to feel my body in the way that I used to feel my body in moments of time where I felt just really good in my body. And as a mom, a lot of you might be postpartum, you start to lose yourself in that cocoon of motherhood, which is a beautiful thing, but then you lose your body sometimes, right? And our body shifts, our vagina looks different, maybe you don't have the pelvic floor strength that you used to have, so your sex isn't as enjoyable. So there's many, many, many things that can happen in that space. And so we want to release the pain, release the fear, release the shame, release any aggravation around it, frustration, and rebuild that vital energy so we have healthy, sexual, sacred relationship, not only with ourselves, but with others. So if you'd like to join me on that journey, please reach out to me. Please reach out to Jen /Violet. I'm sorry, I don't know why I call her Jess /Violet. And I can give you all the contact info, but I'm going to be on this journey, and I hope that you can join me on the journey as well. I think it'll be really super powerful. So I will have more videos about what we're doing and what's coming up for me and how I'm processing all of my stuff. And I hope that you can be inspired by that. So have a beautiful afternoon, and I love you, and I'll talk to you and see you soon. Okay, namaste.